Moving into our second story of the day, we got Kanye West back in the mix. Now, this is such an interesting thing to me because I think we fall into a trap as Republicans when somebody says something good or kind of follows in line with a pro-life value or a Republican value or a conservative value. We quickly embrace people as being a part of kind of our group. And I don't agree with that messaging. I don't agree with having that certain viewpoint on just accepting anybody and everybody. And this is a case in point here with Kanye West. Now, he goes by Ye now. I don't know what is going on with these rappers or R&B artists changing their names all the time. I think you could stick with one name and we'll be good with it. I used to listen to Kanye back in high school. His music has changed quite a bit. But the rap and fashion mogul, formerly known as Kanye West, which is still his name, sparked new controversy Saturday night with a tweet pledging to take on Jewish people after finding himself restricted from his 18 million follower Instagram account earlier in the day. Kanye West, who spent the entire week in the media firestorm after appearing on a Paris fashion show with Daily Wire's Candace Owens, wearing matching White Lives Matter shirts, and if you recall, we did cover that here on the Bald Brad Show, asked Mark Zuckerberg, who Meta owns both Facebook and Instagram, how he could be locked out of his Instagram account. But it was a tweet just 24 hours later that raised eyebrows and accusations of anti-Semitism. So, goes in the media last week. Candace Owens was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, and so was Kanye West. And Kanye went on Tucker Carlson and he said, yeah, because white lives do matter in the same way Black lives matter. Everybody agrees with the blanket statements. Nobody disagrees that Black lives don't matter, or white lives don't matter, and all that stuff. It was the list of craziness that Black Lives Matter did on their own website, like getting rid of the nuclear family and a bunch of other litany of other things that everybody had problems with, and kind of just the straight agenda they pushed. And then it comes out, that they received $80 million in donations. They're buying mansions everywhere in LA and Toronto and predominantly white neighborhoods, in which they're trashing white neighborhoods and the white people for suppressing Black people. All these things that we can go on for a different episode about, but he's not wrong. And so the left lost their mind. Well, what did he say here? What did he say that was so anti-Semitic? He said this: I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda. Honest to God, I've been trying to read this through, trying to figure out what exactly is anti-Semitic here. There's literally nothing here. He just said he's going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. I don't know what that means. You let me know if you know what that means, because I sure in hell don't. But a day earlier, Kanye had accused rapper Pal Diddy, sorry. You never know if these are rappers' names or not. I don't listen to R&B, I don't listen to rap, but I believe Diddy is Sean Holmes or whatever the heck the guy's name was, who had pleaded with him to stop pushing the White Lives Matter slogan of being controlled by unnamed Jewish people. Again, if you're not following this, either am I. These people are so just off the wall sometimes. Kanye told Diddy he would post their private conversation, and when he followed through, Instagram apparently restricted his account. If it's a private conversation, it's a private conversation, so you're just blackmailing people now? Like, you're just going to post stuff about them? Because that's a normal thing to do. That's just lovely. But we're all supposed to respect Diddy now. We're all supposed to respect him. Now, it's a cool thing to do, man. Just post people's private conversations. Awesome. The social media company also deleted content from the billionaire's profile, NBC News reported. A spokesperson from Meta, Instagram's parent company, confirmed the company's decision to Variety and said the temporary restriction is standard for accounts that violate guidelines multiple times. It's all a violation of policy. I'm not saying Kanye's even right wing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that I'm so tired of them just picking and choosing who violates guidelines, because there's people on Twitter, there's people on Facebook that violate freaking guidelines all the time. You have terrorist organizations on some of these sites. You have the Ayatollah of Iran still having his accounts and totally fine to chant death to America. They want to blow up the Western world. It's so unbelievable to me that there's certain leftists that have actually targeted Republicans openly that still have their accounts going. So they're going to pick and choose whoever goes against their narrative that they're going to silence and ban. And you think it's only going to happen to Kanye? It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to other people here coming up on the midterms. And just wait till 2024, folks. They're really going to target and silence you then, because it goes against their guidelines. For what? For what, you might say? Misinformation. Or if they really want to move it, disinformation. You've been all in that playbook before, what happened before on how Joe Biden got in office, partially because they suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story by calling it not just misinformation, but Russian disinformation. And it turned out to be what? It turned out to be true, but Facebook wouldn't allow you to talk about it. Instagram wouldn't allow you to talk about it. Twitter wouldn't allow you to talk about it. And if you did, you were silenced and removed. So even though you're saying something that's true, you're going to get backlash from the meta world, from the big tech companies to silence your speech. But they're all supposed to be free speech, right? That's why we started these platforms. Yeah, like we believe all of you anymore, Democrats, progressive leftists, on this whole thing. Kanye, who has 31 million followers on Twitter, but had not posted anything for more than a year until literally Friday, when he tweeted a picture of a black baseball cap with 2024 emblazoned on the bill, touching off speculation that he was considering a presidential run. Not going to vote for the guy. No way in hell I'm voting for Kanye. There's a couple reasons. One, he's done a lot of crazy ass things. Two, I just don't agree with everything that he does. Remember, this is the guy that literally went on stage, interrupted Taylor Swift during her speech. It's this guy. And this is where I think we get caught in a trap with Republicans and conservatives, that just because somebody says something conservative Republican, all of a sudden we're going to embrace them. I don't embrace everything that Kanye does. To me, he just seems like an average Joe. Yeah, he's a billionaire. Yeah, he has music. And yeah, he has a big following. But there's things that he does that I like, and there's things that he does that I dislike. He's just another average person to me. There's nothing that I see through his philosophy, through the things that he's proposed, that he's qualified to be a president. I mean, he himself has acknowledged that he has mental illness. So why would I want to let him run for president? And why would I just embrace him wholeheartedly like he's part of the party? He's pro-life, which I like. He's done some asinine things and said some asinine things. I used to follow him, but I'm not a big be-all, end-all Kanye West person. In the same way, I'm not an end-all, be-all Trump person. Trump has done some things I like. He's done some things I don't like. I'm not all about the guy. I like it. I like the things that he's done. He's run very conservative, but I'm not, everything Trump. There's a never Trumper, there's a somewhat Trump, there's everything Trump, right? I'm in the middle. I like the things the guy does. He doesn't shut his mouth when he should shut his mouth sometimes. And I know some people don't agree with it, but hey, this is one of those shows where I'm going to be who I'm going to be. There's going to be things that I like. There's going to be things that I don't like. And I think we should all run with that. And look, I'll give you a prime example of somebody that I love and somebody that I actually follow and I believe in their philosophy. And I actually predominantly believe with a lot of things they say. And that would be Ben Shapiro and Michael Knowles. Those two guys actually fall pretty in line with on most issues, basically, other than maybe culture itself in terms of movies. But I'm kind of going off the beaten path here with Kanye, but I think I have my point across of just because he's pro-life and just because he has said some things that are maybe part of the MAGA group or maybe a part of the conservative group doesn't mean that I'm going to embrace him wholeheartedly. I'm not a fan of him, but I'm also not disliking him. I think my point comes across. I don't think he should be silenced, and I don't think he should be banned or removed off certain platforms. I don't still get what he said that was exactly anti-Semitic. Some of you can maybe let me know in the comments below. I'm not seeing it. Maybe you are. Again, let me know. Well, Kanye West followed up again with the baseball cap tweet early Saturday with asking Zuckerberg how you gone kicked me off Instagram, which promoted Kanye pal and possibly soon to be Twitter owner Elon Musk to offer a digital greeting. Welcome back to Twitter. And we all know how that happened and went on later. So there you have it. Social media still blocking people, still censoring people for their violations. Let me know what you all think about Kanye. Do you think that he is a conservative? Do you think he's a Republican? Do you think he's kind of loony? Do you think he's kind of off? Once his mom died, he really went down a different path, folks. And, like I said, he's open about his mental illness. There's things, again, that I like. I know I'm repeating myself, but there's things with him that I don't like. I'm not a big follower of him, but we will see where he ends off. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.